From the roar of the crowd to the roar of the engines, this is Pit Pass.
Pit Pass is brought to you by Jake's Karts. Here's your host, Ron Fox.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Pit Pass. With a weekend that started on Friday the 13th, did you really expect something good to happen with the weather? A handful of tracks did get in racing on Friday. 3 that I know of were able to run their full programs on Saturday. I'm sure there are many people, promoters, teams, and fans alike, who are frustrated with this lousy weather. However, racing should be in full swing at some point, right? But that's not the case at Central PA Speedway. This past Monday, track officials announced that they had to cancel their limited 2011 racing schedule due to excessive water damage at the facility. I spoke with Dan Bainey this week to discuss these recent developments. Dan, I'm sure this came as a surprise when you found out the track was in such disrepair.
Yeah, it was. We were about beginning of April, we were over there, and everything, was ready to go. Little bits here and there from wintertime, just the normal wear and tear. But, there was 2 or 3 storms that came about. It was like hailing and, it was bad weather around here. And my dad went over about a week and a half ago, and the track, just amazed how much damage it did. There's about 2 feet of asphalt through 3 and 4 that's showing, and the clay that we'd put on, half of it washed off and disappeared. The other half is laying in the infield, mixed with rocks and stones and all of that. Just real unfortunate, and really a month before the season started, there wasn't a whole lot we could do from there. We do the trucking company, and that really is our main business. And right now we're looking at adding, I think, 10 to 14 trucks in the next month. So to be at the exact same time really couldn't happen at a worse time.
And I'm sure this puts a lot of stress on you because not only do you have to cancel the season, but you have to inform people that, hey, we're not going to be able to do this. What's been reaction from those you had to get in touch with, like the racing series?
Yeah, there wasn't a better day or a worse day that I've had than calling these people and explaining, what happened and the decision. My dad was over there Thursday, Friday, Saturday trying to figure out what we could do to salvage, where it was at. And for him to tell me, that it wasn't going to happen, I knew it wasn't. I mean, he's a racer at heart and always wants to do stuff. And calling the people, everybody that I talked to was pretty supportive of, hey, do what you have to do. We understand the weather around the whole area in Pennsylvania has just not been good. Anybody that's followed racing knows. I don't know how many shows have been canceled this year because of it. But, all in all, there's been a lot of people supportive as far as, hey, if you ever need any kind of help or what we can do or, hey, we understand what's going on, just hope that it gets back to where it was.
Now, on your website, you have it listed that if there are interested parties, you're thinking about maybe selling it. Do you really think that's going to happen? Because you guys are racers.
I know. It says that. And honestly, there is a possibility of it, but it's got to be the right person that wants to run it as a racetrack, not just buy it for the land, the gas right stuff. Everybody wants to do that right now. It's a racetrack. It's going to be ran as a racetrack. So my father, I don't know if he really would sell it right now because I know he has hopes and intentions of putting it back together, and doing it right. And that way, in the future, it's there for everybody. And, the way it's been built up the last, 5-6 years, last year we had the World of Outlaws there. This year, the Steel Block Bandits were coming. We had the 10,000 to win race with the UFO, the ULMS race. The Outlaws were coming back. It's not really what we wanted to happen right now.
Yeah, you were building a lot of momentum, so I'm sure that kind of deflates your hopes there a little bit. But will you, if you're going to keep the track, what measures do you think will be taken so this doesn't repeat itself?
I don't know that. There's some talk about, hey, if you dig the asphalt up that's underneath, the way the water runoff is, that's a possibility. Even expanding the track's a possibility back to the half mile. There's a whole lot of things, and I'm sure there's a bunch of rumors, you know, of doing this or going back to asphalt, or I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff out there. You know, we just got to look at it and see what needs done to make sure it's done right.
So there is no chance you believe that this year we're going to see any racing?
There won't be this year. The way things are right now, especially with, and I know people want to be racing, but the business, you know, that's what funds everything for us to be able to do the racetrack. That needs really taken care of in the next 2 months. And by that time, you're either going to have to throw something together. You know, my dad really doesn't want to do that over at the track.
I know many people were looking forward to the special events at CPS this year. Good luck to the Baineys, and let's hope we see a return to racing in 2012. Coming up next, we go to Big Diamond Speedway for their Freaky Friday program, featuring some of the biggest stars and modifieds doing battle for 35 laps with 3,000 on the line, and a freakish ending to another event that evening. That and more when Pit Pass returns.
Family fun starts at Jake's Karts. Choose a kart from their showroom or have one custom built to your specifications. Custom paint, lift kits, wheels, tires, and rear seats are just a few options. Go ahead, shake it up. Whether you are camping or trail riding on any terrain, Jake's Karts has the perfect kart your whole family will enjoy. Stop in today for a test drive. Financing available for qualified buyers. Jake's Karts, Route 522 McBaytown, online at jakeskarts.com.